Imagine a world where it's not company stocks that are traded on the exchange, but something far more fundamental: ideas themselves. You open an app on your phone, but instead of buying a share in Apple or Tesla, you invest money directly into the idea of a pocket teleporter or the concept of self-healing asphalt. This isn't science fiction, but a functioning financial market, the global idea exchange. How would this change our world? Today, for your brilliant thought to see the light of day, you must follow a difficult path. Create a business plan, find investors, assemble a team, and found a company. The value of your idea is inseparable from your ability to execute it. But in our hypothetical world, everything is different. Anyone, from a student in Kyiv to a retired engineer, could go to the exchange, describe their concept in detail, be it a new soda recipe or a blueprint for a thermonuclear reactor, and put it up for trading. Investors from all over the world, meaning you and me, could buy shares of this idea. Their price would fluctuate based on public interest, expert evaluation, technological feasibility, and the emergence of competing ideas. But how would you make money from this? Let's say you invested $100 in the idea of growing glowing trees to light up streets. If some corporation decides to bring this idea to life, it would have to buy a license from the exchange. The money received would be distributed among all the idea's shareholders, including you. Alternatively, a company could buy out the idea completely, and you would receive a lump sum payment that could be thousands of times larger than your initial investment. At first glance, the advantages are obvious. This would be a true democratization of innovation. Brilliant thoughts would no longer die in the minds of those without connections or startup capital. The world would see and appreciate the inventor, not just the businessman. Creators, scientists, artists, engineers would be rewarded for the most valuable thing they have, their spark of genius. The pace of progress could increase exponentially. Instead of one company spending years developing a cure for cancer, thousands of independent concepts could receive public funding and be tested simultaneously. But this shining metal has its other, darker side. First, the market would be flooded with idea trolls, people trying to register and sell shares in the most basic or absurd ideas, like a wheel but round, bread but sliced, food delivery but with drones. Lawyers would have to sort through endless disputes about who first came up with the idea of a chair with 4 legs. Second, and most importantly, a fundamental conflict would arise. There's a famous saying, ideas are worthless, execution is everything. Who would do the hard, painstaking work of creating a product if the main profit goes to distant idea investors? Why would an engineer stay up all night bringing the pocket teleporter idea to life if 90% of the future revenue is already distributed among speculators who just made a lucky early investment? Paradoxically, this could slow down real progress, not accelerate it, by devaluing labor and execution. Finally, such a market would become a paradise for manipulation. The value of ideas, unlike the shares of real companies, is completely ephemeral. A viral ad campaign or a celebrity endorsement could pump the price of a useless idea to the moon, after which it would crash, leaving millions of small investors with nothing. It would be the biggest financial bubble in human history. So, what's the bottom line? The ability to invest directly in ideas could unleash humanity's enormous creative potential. But at the same time, it would risk creating a chaotic and unfair world where a beautiful concept is valued more than actual work. Perhaps this thought experiment shows us that true value lies not in the idea itself, nor in the final product. It lies in the process that connects them, in the team, the risk, the sleepless nights, the hard work. By trying to isolate and monetize only that first, initial impulse, we risk breaking the very engine that drives the world forward.